All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome back for the final time today to the Moonduck coverage of Kappa Season 4. We are well into the group stages. This is game number 2 of a best-of-2 group stage match between Rex, Regum, Keon, or RRQ, and New Beginning, the Radiant, tagged up as a, I think that's like a teabag. Anyway, I'm Android, being joined once again by Trent. What's up, bro?
It's a rude term, Annie. Are they suggesting they're going to teabag their opponents?
No, it's like literally a tea bag. Like I drink tea, and that is what you put in the water to make the tea.
Bagging their opponents, how dare they?
Sorry,
Maybe it's like
a
it looks like
sachet?
a good luck pouch. That's what I was thinking. Like,
Okay,
I don't know. It seems
alright.
like one of those. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know
it's a
much
new
about,
beginning. This is the Yamate stack. He's got some known players. I mean, we recognize Extinct, NJ, Bryant, and Cal. They're new to me, but they've been playing really well so far. So we'll see what they got to offer for game number 2. Again, game number 1, the mid Lena just really got online quickly. So RRQ, they've got their strat pretty easily outlined. They're going to ban out the Slardar, though, realizing they're not going to get their Lifestealer bomb again. May as well make sure no one gets it.
Yeah, they're going to mix it up a little bit and just go straight for that Jug Magnus. So, powerful hero banned out in the second phase, I would say, through most of the games we've covered throughout SCA. In the past couple of days. Of course, he used to be like first phase, first ban kind of deal. Maybe slipping a little bit. This way, like, I think he's still worthy of banning in the first phase, honestly, like before these picks even come out. But they will snag him up this time. So his best friend Jug, see an ogre ban, I would imagine, from the Radiant throughout this next phase.
Yep, definitely a possibility here. I mean, Lena's still in the pool, but I think RRQ, they're not going to cheese it up. They got their Lena win, and they're going to go for something different here. So we'll see.
I wonder if they have any best friends they like with this combo. It doesn't look like lately they've been doing it all
Void.
too often. PA. Huh? Oh, Void. Yeah, no, Void's a good one. I like Void.
Magnus Void. You just get that free Battle Fury. Suddenly you're farming like position 1 at like 10 minutes.
Yeah, Ember's another good one too. That's a solid ban. So, yeah, no, I'm always down with those heroes. Like when Faces was running the Void or the Wraith King, just saving that pick for like the end of your draft, so you can just work it in. And Juggernaut is the best one for that because obviously he can go mid lane. So you save your final pick, and it can be either another safe lane carry, be it Slark or PA, or as you're saying, Faces Void. Or you just grab a mid hero that's decent with it, like the Amber Spirit who's banned out, or I mean, I guess PA can.
God, a PA pick would be
too,
so dirty here. I love it. Even if Axe goes and calls her, like she just crits twice and they're both dead, it's just gonna be fun.
They're both dead. The Suicide Pact, yeah.
I mean, if he gets a blade mail, they're both dead.
I know. Yeah.
I've seen it so many times. I have definitely PA daggered and or sniper assassinated someone with blade mail and killed both of us. It's a great way to go out.
Now the real question is, are they just gonna Tusk now? Because the Ogre's taken out, Earth Spirit's gone, Slardar's gone. Oh, Tusk was first phase banned. My mistake. I am not really gonna hate myself for missing that one, but it seems that this is the Clutch Gamers approach. They were also banning Tusk and Abaddon in the first phase versus RRQ when they were playing them. But yeah, so not many position 4 heroes left in the pool now, at least in terms of the popular ones.
Spiritbreaker.
Wow. Oracle. Yeah, Spiritbreaker's not the worst hero either.
I mean, Darkseer is still in the pool, so I like the Oracle pick. It's a bit preemptive, but you know, potentially saying, all right, bring your Ion Shells at me. There's already an Axe pickup, but you could position for him or jungle him or whatnot. But I like this too. Also discourages a Bat Rider if they tend to run that. I'm not quite sure they do. I feel like I've seen Yamate play it before, but that also may have just been a pub.
Yeah, I would say main reason would just be up against the Earth Spirit. It's one of the best supports up against him. You can just put Fate's Edict on someone, negate all that magic damage, and then False Promise someone else. But still pretty unique. I don't know. Maybe they're Huskar pickers, Annie. This would be your best chance ever, honestly.
Oh, give me the Dazzle Huskar.
Well, you got Oracle.
No, I want Dazzle too.
My main thing I'd be a little concerned about would be obviously they have an Axe already, so
yeah,
it's a really weird Oracle pick.
It's not the game, Trent. This is the one time I'm not gonna plug my Huskar. I don't think it's his time. If he gets picked right here, I just straight up disconnect. This is not okay.
Yeah, that'd be pretty odd. I don't know. This is overall, this is just already super weird. No one picks Oracle, so They are just giving themselves a an option that, like, obviously this was what was lacking most, I would say, last game when it came to New Beginnings. They didn't have this kind of a support to help them out. The silencer, I I would guess it's gonna wind up mid, but obviously it has that versatility to position 5. However, we've seen way more core silencers lately.
Position 1, dude. Let's do it. Just
Yeah.
right-click, hard farm, and dataless build and silencer.
Honestly, Moo has been playing a great silencer for complexity in the safe lane. It's 100% viable.
Yeah. No, it's definitely actually workable. That I did not mean as a talking shit post. That's just actually true. It's really good now. All right, let's see a Terrorblade.
That would be a good reason to have gone Oracle. It doesn't get the most benefits from Magnus, but it's still okay. I mean,
Yeah, it's not fantastic, but it'll do the trick. You've already got Magnus being or buffing the Juggernaut enough. Free Battle Fury for him. Going back to that old school Battle Fury first Jug build. Those were the days. Oh my. Okay.
so that's their 4 roll then. So obviously a little bit of tower pushing. Also, just generally tanky, can probably survive through the global silence if he's, not the main center focus, but just like in the team fight, he's not just going to die to like AoE damage and stuff during it when he can't cast any spells. So you should be able to get off his abilities. He can ice path the axe when he blinks and calls. Has a decent range. So now they have 2 supports that are decent against axe. Of course, the Culling Blade still causes a lot of problems, but False Promise is pretty good for that.
Yeah.
As long as, obviously, you just need a false promise while they're above the threshold. That's the most important thing, right? So
yeah, don't just
don't
like keep him at that low health and just invite axe onto it. So Lifestealer is still going to be picked up here, even though there's not really an obvious vessel for him. I mean, one left in the pool is Batrider, but with the Oracle, that just seems like a silly pick. So
yeah, I think Axe is fine though, right?
Yep.
He'll get his Blink Dagger at decent timing, and they'll just do Blink Call and explosions. But this is gonna look a lot better, I would say, for RRQ as New Beginnings try the Lifestealer, because now they're gonna have that burst counter from the Oracle.
yeah, I mean, Lifestealer, he's also just been figured out in the meta. Like, you know how he's going to play, you know how he's going to lane, you know how he's going to itemize. So RRQ can use that to their advantage, and they've got pretty solid ganking heroes. They can definitely make some early moves and keep up the pressure because, I mean, based on this lineup, depending on where Silencer goes, all you got to do is just keep the Lifestealer completely crippled, make sure Axe isn't, like, free farm cutting the wave, and there's not really much that New Beginnings can do to really take control of the early game.
Yeah, this is a tough final pick for them too, to try and figure all that out. Difficult. I think Silencer adds more value when you have the final pick, just because of that versatility he has in the draft. So this will probably squeeze him into position 5 at this point. And well, OD's still in, and they banned a sniper. Do they really want OD?
I mean, it's a great pick, but yeah, okay, they'll take it. They're gonna be strengthy int boys. They're just all about either being beefy or just having the most int possible. All right. RRQ, their last pick here. I'm assuming the Magnus is going to be going off lane, and we're not going to see anything too funky, like a mid Magnus. So
yeah, there's the potential they might change that, only because of the OD. Because they need someone to go mid, and Magnus can at least shockwave and stuff and fall back to the jungle, and then Jakiro could rotate in. So it's possible they go mid mag. I'm not sure what else they'd want to sack mid.
Venomancer.
Wow. That is a good answer.
I like this draft. My goodness. Okay. Let's get this party started. RRQ just bringing out the clutch picks here. We saw mid Lina. We saw them grab up a Tusk. And now we got Oracle, Jakiro, Venomancer all on the same team. Thumbs up. I love it.
Yeah, this was the classic answer to OD. This was what did in complexity at ESL Manila. Was the Wings Gaming and their first big tournament win. They went with that Veno up against the OD, and it was pretty comical. You just like can't do anything. You try and like throw out all these arcane orbs, and you don't want to waste them on these Veno wards, and they just slow down your whole team. And it's gonna work again here because the OD has no movement speed buffs from his team. The best thing he has to rely on would be Axe getting a Culling Blade and getting to move from that. He has no attack speed buffs on his team, and he's a hero that generally gets picked with things like Bloodlust or really anything to like actually buff this guy up. So I definitely liking RRQ's draft. I think it makes a lot of sense. Just stack this Veno mid versus OD, and he'll do fine. Maybe a little bit of a rotation. You do this like max scale build with the Veil. Very strong.
Nice. All right, I am so excited to watch this game of Dota. Again, this is going to be C Kappa Season 4 Group Stages, Game 2 of RRQ versus New Beginnings. RRQ 1 game up, looking to take a clean 2-0. Obviously would seed them higher in the playoffs, but they're looking pretty good right now. Based on how they performed in Game 1, I am on board. I am very keen to see what happens here.
Yeah, I should also correct myself just because currently the Veil or the the Veil Gale build or whatever for Veno. It still happens sometimes. Of course,
look
that
at
was
this
like
Arcana.
when we had safe lane and stuff. It was more common, but these days now we're more so kind of onto those drums and stuff. So it'll probably be drums into like Hurricane Pike build for the Veno. But we'll see. Yeah, we got Arcana Jug.
It's not blue. Hallelujah.
That I can approve of. I definitely like the orange one better.
Yup. Alright, here we go. Good smoke up. Looks like RRQ looking to start active like they did last time. If you remember last time, they got their first blood with their Lina. Very similar type of rotation, so they're going at it again. If they can get a kill onto Bryant here, that would be lovely. They know someone's here. Smoke pops. They're going for the old surround. They got the uphill advantage. And they're starting things off. Oracle channeling up that Fortune's End. They got him locked in place. Man, the Breathe Fire comes out. He's going to Astral himself to buy time. Axe potentially forced to pick up Call here. I don't know if they've got quite enough damage to finish off the OD. In fact, it's going to be the Oracle getting low here. He's going to be channeling off a very quick Fortune's End, but is it really enough to save his life here? They're getting the really nice slow of the Earth Spirit. It looks like he is going to be popping a Fairy Fire. Oh my, it is a very close game here. Roll forward, the first blood will go the way of the Axe, who then snaps up the Bounty Rune as well. Yamate starting the game out right. The Earth Spirit still standing. They're going to be doing some good damage to the Juggernaut as well. He's got a Mango if he really needs to Blade Fury, but he should be fine just timing out that Battle Hunger. What a very exciting start to the game.
Yeah, it was crazy. That's a tough kill to get onto OD. Just when the slow comes out from the Jakiro, it doesn't last long enough. Only the 5 seconds. Astrals himself and he was gone. Just he kind of like tanks it for a little bit, and then when he came out the Astral, he had full move speed again. Only have to tank it for 1 second, then you're good to go as OD, so well played by him.
Yeah. Veno definitely going to be buying a lot of regen here, anticipating taking a ton of right clicks from Bryant, but also just spitting out the goo. Already picks up the point in Venomous Gale, and that's just going to get nastier and nastier.
It's actually such a ridiculous ability. And it gets to level 4 and you do 600 damage before reductions, but up against OD, it's not going to be as effective, so we'll have to see, because he's just going to Astral himself, right? If he gets like poisoned or something, and then he can negate 4 seconds of it again. Of course, if there's a Magnus in the vicinity, you're just going to get skewered after, so you're going to have to do a little bit of mind games and really think about how they're ordering their spells when it comes to the dire side of this game.
Yeah, Yamate definitely going to have a tough lane here. I mean, Axe, you usually think of him as pretty sustainable, pretty self-sufficient, but with Jakiro picking up the first point in Dual Breath, able to just keep spamming it out, he'll probably fly himself into Clarity at some point and just keep it going. It's going to be tough now. Bocarino just has to go for the TP out. Currently nothing to break it, but this Magnus having a pretty hard time, so both offlaners not going to be feeling as great as last game.
Yeah, support Silencer is right up there with support Skywrath Mage is like some of the most awful supports in lane when you're an offlaner. They are just the absolute worst.
Let's be real, Skywrath Mage is in a league of his own. He is just the best.
I don't know, I think Silencer's actually like just as bad.
Really?
He's brutal. I hate playing against this hero when I'm off lane.
Oh.
Can't do anything. Skywrath Mage was definitely worse when you could suicide for 6-second respawn on neutrals.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was great. You
changed,
just dump your mana and then go back to base and start again.
Yeah. Yeah, no, back then I agree. League of his own, no question. Bocarino coming. Like, can't do anything. Once the Silencer, yeah, he's level 2. He doesn't take the skill yet, though, but once he does, then life just gets even worse for Bocarino.
Invisibility.
So far, I mean, Magnus definitely having a tough time keeping up with it. I mean, yeah, you called it out. The Silencer is just picking on him. It's bullying him.
Yeah, he missed the roll, though. Just went a little greedy for like a max range roll. Wouldn't be able to get a lot more damage onto him, but Still being zoned out. Still a Magnus though, so he just buys his 4-man shield, and he's relatively tanky. Just like 5 armor right now.
Kira takes a little bit of hate, but Axe gonna get it right back turned around on this Oracle, keeping on top of things. This is truly a game of obnoxious supports. See Yamate's positioning here. He's just trying to soak. He's having a tough time.
Brian is just forced to tank these full gales. Not even astraling them. I guess he feels like he needs to save the mana for any sort of like an aggressive play, so he can like threaten. Because if he doesn't have any mana left, obviously he's just gonna like dive him, and he's gonna get run down by this Veno slow. But yeah, this is the standard build we're seeing. Usually it's like a 3-2 and then ultimate build.
Yeah, Brian, if he gets one more good Gale to the face, he's done. So he has to go back off and Shrine and TP back in. So Venomancer definitely feeling very comfortable in lane. Outlasting the OD by a small amount, not going to be ultra significant in terms of item timings. What is significant is that the Juggernaut's having a much better time than the Lifestealer. He's feeling a little bit more free here, of course, because Axe really can't do anything, does not feel that constant threat. Lifestealer, he's just he's crawling around down here, but there is a chance that he does get rotated on and ganked, so both safe laners having a good time. Who's going to be more active first? I mean, which team really wants to get the rotations all together first?
Probably. Oh, Magnus. Never mind. Sorry, got a little worried. Health bars, but okay. I'm not crazy.
Did he?
Really low.
Yeah, he got.
Yeah, he bought out.
He almost took out potato. Mid lane, we got a little bit of initiation here. It looks like our poor little Venomancer eating up Fairy Fires has a Tango to pick, and oh my, still alive. We'll be able to pick off a double kill. That is a balanced hero, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that was a nice bait though. Like, he was playing super forward because of the his supports were coming in. So
Bananamancer, he's back.
That's probably one of my favorite taunts, actually. That one's really good.
For a second, I thought we had like a Monkey King in the game, and no, it's just bananas. Yeah, Bo2 finally able to take a little bit of time in lane as he realizes the action that's going out top and mid, and enjoying it, savoring it, but still playing very safe here.
I think this game's going to go pretty well for the Dire. The way things are starting out. Seems like their group up will come on relatively early. I think the biggest question will be the Blink Dagger from Bo2. Clears himself away. Can't really afford to farm up an Echo Saber first this game, I don't think. Despite how fast you get into a Blink Dagger afterwards. He is their big initiation. And if he can just kickstart any sort of a fight, like even a one-man RP, they have such good pushing potential as mid lane.
Look at what Veno can do. This is just one Gale and some right clicks. This is
And he doesn't have Astral for 2 more seconds. He might die. We're really close.
That
oh my god.
Is balanced. Okay, I love me some Venomancer, but this OD is probably just hating his life. That is so painful mid lane, just to be crawling away from this Veno, not farming, not even making it to your own shrine.
I don't know if he's playing this wrong by not, like, there should be an Astral yourself play that he's just not doing.
He's been astraling creeps to try to keep his farm up, otherwise he just, dramatically falls behind in terms of farm, but 2 deaths will take you behind in terms of farm too, so.
Yeah, it's just like always, he never has Astral. Well, it's like, even when he has Astral, he's not using it to negate the first Gale kind of stuff, so like as I said, yeah, he's prioritizing farm, but certainly hurting him.
Yeah, Veno getting his levels, picks up his Poison Nova, so it's similar to the build we talked about. He's going for the 2-3 ult instead of the 3-2 ults, but still, clearly the Poison, or Venomous Gale doing what it needs to do. He's just gonna drop the Poison Nova. It ain't lethal damage. Is the Gale gonna last long enough? Or Spirit?
Yep.
Yeah, he's fine.
Get the hell out. Play. Fine with that. No one can have experience.
Yeah,
no
basically.
one will come to my lane.
This is just Veno saying, get off my freaking lawn, over and over again. Other lanes, I mean, a little bit tougher. Let's switch over to Net Worth here. And Juggernaut, he's doing really well as the Axe just can't really be around. And Lifestealer, he's up there. He's had a pretty free lane for himself too, but not quite as much money.
Yeah, we'll see when Kel'Thuzad decides to rotate. Could be really any time. He has the Omni Slash, so if his supports both want to rotate, then he can just camp up top and make sure that his opponents can't really do too much. Doesn't get the pull off this time. Alright, we have support coming from the Earth Spirit and the Lifestealer, so it'll be them who rotates first. Oh, what a scan. They do spot that they're there. And Lifestealer is missing bottom.
Really nice play. Definitely reading the situation correctly.
Looks like Yabio's trying to tank this.
Yeah. So you read the situation correctly, but that was interpreting maybe a little bit wrong, and there we go. Shakira just going to be dual breathing up NJ, but he's still slapping around, still getting some good farm, so. Shakira left to hold back the fires as Axe is going to go cut the wave pretty easily here. His call is going to be ready, and yeah, he is really easily going to take this. Meanwhile, mid, of course, our Venomancer still having fun. Our OD, he is riding the struggle bus. 2,100 net worth. Compare that to like the almost 3,700 of the Venomancer.
Well, it's a good thing that rotation worked out for them because they need everything they can get, and it will help put Axe closer and closer to that Blink Dagger. Not too far away at this point. The infests will get a lot easier from there.
Oh god.
Perhaps that'll be enough to bring Brilliant back into this game.
The left ears of my headphones just died. I can only hear you on my right side, Trent.
Oh no.
These are my old headphones. They were kind of fritzing out, and that's why I got new ones. But oh well. Here we go. NJ looks like he's just ready to keep farming up. Our Juggernaut now going head to head with him, ready to debut that Omni Slash. Just has to isolate any of the Radiant heroes from their friends.
Yeah, no good opportunity to use it quite yet. Bottom lane, Bo2 is getting a ton of space, and he's doing a little bit of that ice, ice, ice style. Gonna go for the helm first. I haven't seen too many other people opting in towards this, so I'm kind of happy to see it. I think creeps are good.
Silencer still keeping some good harass on him. The Silencer's picking up his level 6 relatively soon. I mean, Global Silence can definitely get things started. Now Yamate here in the river, ready to go in for the call. Will just barely miss the Oracle. That sucks. That was so close.
Yeah, it was a smart juke by him. And yeah, it's just saying the Silencer getting plenty of levels. Looks like Yamate really wants that Blink Dagger, so he's going to come steal some of this gold. But yeah, one of the benefits of someone like Axe and Lifestealer is that Lifestealer is very survivable. He can go up top at a later point to farm in that lane, and then your off lane and the Axe can farm the jungle, so that opens up room for one of your supports on the lane and help them get into a spot where they can actually contribute a lot to the team. So he's got his 6, and not an experience more, just two experience extra was all Yamate was willing to give him before he came back and took over the lane. So now we have Blink Infest as well as Global Silence. And there is no ward top for the Dire, so they won't see Axe if he TP's up there. In fact, they're actually just going to go right for this Oracle.
Man, look at this stack that Juggernaut's taking right now, though. That is juicy. He's got the healing ward. He ain't even taking any damage from it.
Oracle almost died bottom.
He's fine.
Oh, he definitely, well.
He's fine, Trent. You're taking away from the action here. Do you see how much gold Jug got? That's like half a Manta style right there.
Yeah, Yasha's done.
Oh, okay, that's a bug, Valve. He's using the orange Arcana style, but the icon is blue. Please fix.
Oh, I know, on the minimap.
Oh, yeah. That's the worst. It looks like Leshrac when the courier's delivering him stuff. I don't like it. I am such an Arcana elitist. I'm so sorry. Now Magnus going to be taking a stack of his own here. Obviously, Empower making it a little easier, but he's taking some damage. Could use a Jug healing ward.
Yeah, Helm Dominator is pretty good, but it's not that good. Doesn't give you that much HP regen, at least for this many Ancients, but working out fairly well for him. Mid lane, Yamate.
Yep, they're going in. Venomancer, is he going to get a chance to poison Nova? The
Oops.
Gold Silence comes in, and well, Oracle definitely buying him some time, and he will pop. No chance to ult off that. Magnus trying to be a hero, but there's still 4 healthy Radiant heroes in the vicinity, so he's going to have to play this one safe. That is a lot of money going to the OD there. He picks himself up almost 400 gold, bringing that net worth up just a little bit, but he is still not where he needs to be.
Yeah, they didn't global on the initiation, but didn't end up mattering because he globaled after the False Promise, so still meant no heals and no Fate's Edicts or anything like that. Guaranteed to kill onto the Veno.
Popped right as the Global Silence ended, so he's like, I don't want to ult. I'm just done. Now he's gonna be going. Oh my God! Look at when you empower him, his little doodads get circles. I didn't see. Are those his hands?
Kinda. They're
I thought
the
they were
little Veno shooters.
mouths. Okay.
Yeah, they're like little mouths.
Okay, that is adorable. All right.
Looks like the Earthshaker immortal. On, like the little hell bear.
Yeah,
Look
it
at
does.
This guy.
Oh, it's so cute. He's got little bracelets. Hello, you. Oh wow, your face is not great up close. There we go. Tier 1 tower being pushed down. Dire should be able to take this pretty handily. Radiant looking to trade for the mid. There is going to be some rotation. Juggernaut in the area. Yamate just picks off his healing ward. And oh, there's the TP in for the Magnus. So it looks like Dire might try to defend this.
Still holding that Omni Slash. Isn't going to quite have the damage, so not a bad call. But there's definitely slow burning this one on the Dire side. But so far, it is working out for them, I would say. They're still well ahead, even with the pick off onto the Veno. Magnus did get one core item before the Blink Dagger, which is nice for him because even the Helm will help him farm up after. Like by not rushing, if you rush Blink, you don't have this regen, so you're not allowed to jungle while Jug's like not ready to fight because you just won't be efficient enough and you'll never be ready for an engagement. Top lane though, Mr. Koala. Oi, down under. Huh? I think he's dead.
That was a beautiful rendition of the Australian culture, Trent.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Did you know koalas? Well, actually, no, I won't even get into it.
No, I'm really curious now. You can't just say that and back off.
I know. They make a soup for their young, and it comes out of their butt, and they feed them. You guys know that? Isn't that gross? It's pretty gross.
That's pretty fucking gross, Trent. All right.
Yeah, you thought koalas were all cute, didn't you?
And then they give their kids butt soup. All right.
Yeah, like you know how birds like vomit up? You thought that was gross to feed their youngs? Koalas basically make butt soup.
I don't want any. Okay.
Classic Australians, am I right, guys? Anyway.
Trent. Jesus.
Wait, aren't these SEA Dota fans? They probably all, you know, have some... I thought, isn't there like some friendly banter between all those nations down there? Down under?
Trent, just stop digging the hole.
SEA Kappa again.
Yeah, you're fired, dude. So fired. All right, so there was a little bit of action there. I think we caught it all on camera while Trent was busy eating us delicious koala facts. Magnus again, just cleaning up the stacks. He's still working on his blink. He'll get there eventually. You talked about his choice to go for the helm, but it is really stunting him. He really can't have the defense he needs to just yet. No blink RPs coming out of nowhere. But the Wombo combo is there on RRQ once they actually get those items online. And oh, there they go. Radiant, they go for the jump. They should easily be able to blast down the Veno. There's a TP in. It's canceled from the Oracle. And now Lifestealer just starts wrecking on these structures.
And they want that Jakiro. They want more kills, more blood. Oh, Koala, he doesn't know what to do. Like, oh god, are they coming? Oh no.
Oh, they are. Koala for the second time just jumps right into the axes, open jaws, and he's got the battle hunger on him. He's done. Now, Dire, they've got a little bit of a numbers advantage here in the mid lane if they want to go for this right now, but again, without that blink, it's so difficult to actually get off a decent RP and hold everyone in place, so they've got to back off for now.
How close are we? I guess we're really just waiting on this Blink Dagger for the Dire side still. But what I like about it is the fact that it has given a lot of space for Kel'Thuzad, because by the time they're actually like fighting with some power and Blink RP and stuff, he's gonna do a lot of damage. Like he's gonna be decently survivable with the Manta, so that he can deal with the global silence as well as the silence from the Earth Spirit. Because if you like just went Blink first and they started fighting and like one good global comes out and you lose that fight, then you lose way more momentum than you lose by going for like Helm first and like Manta first and stuff on this Juggernaut. So I think they are making the right calls here.
Down bottom, looks like Lifestealer just going to be walking up next to our Jug, who's going to spin TP, taking no risks, and grouping up with his crew. They're going to Shrine and potentially smoke into Roche. Looks like they're thinking about just, no, clearing out their jungle. Just keep doing what they're doing.
In terms of the Radiant game plan, I mean, everything went pretty well for them, right? They got all these ganks. They probably felt they were a little behind in the laning stage, but they should know that they're catching up at this point. Roche, still a decent opportunity for them, but they're going for the Echo Saber first. So it's not going to be that quick Deso that we've been seeing a lot today. I mean, what was that game earlier? We had Armlet and Deso done right now at 19 minutes, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah,
so.
it was really early.
And NJ's even like pretty farmed right now. Like it's not even like he's having a bad game, but that was just some pretty insane stuff. So nice blink
finally
RP.
They find the RP. It's only on the axe, but it's a big chunk of initiation that they're now missing. Juggernaut busts the Omni Slash as well as the Macro Pyre, so RRQ got to be aware that they have a couple fewer resources going into this next engage. Poison Nova is still available, as well as that level 4 Venomous Gale, so it's like Zephyr ready to just completely get into this fight, drop what he's got. I love these cute little bubbles on his head. It's adorable. I don't think I've seen a Venomancer empowered yet. There we go.
Oh, nice skewer.
They got him. Bryant, there's nothing he can do. He goes in for the Astral. Yeah, he's got the Sanities, but there's not much to follow up. The Global Silence not going to be committed for this. They're just going to cut their losses. The OD goes down, and RRQ pick up a really sizable lead now.
Okay, so hit the timing. Well done. Oh, our Spirit needs a little bit of a pause here. How's going to collect himself?
A little bit of lag going on. I mean, let's talk about the game here. Who's got what? Our Juggernaut way at the top of the net worth chart just because he's been farming up a little storm for himself. Full Manta completed, and he's going straight into the Scotty. Not going to mess around with any diffusals or whatnot.
Yeah, I guess this makes sense, right? General tank ability. Don't want to commit into BKB on this hero because, of course, you have your spin. It's just not really the jug item. You want all those stats for the increased damage. And so just hoping he can up his HP enough that he survives through silences in order to keep getting off spells and keep right-clicking people down. He happens to be caught by a second one after his Manta's already used. Doesn't look like there's anything else too shocking. BKB... Actually, BKB on Zephyr is a little bit interesting. It's not that common, at least in the Veno games that I have seen. More about like the Hurricane Pike and stuff, but in this game he does need something to deal with the silence. Doesn't want to go for Manta style, although that would be viable for sure, I would say. Just because, again, it is more of this like right-click Veno style. But I can support a BKB.
Here we go. Wait until that rage wears off, and no, he's NJ just gonna back across the river, not gonna get too cocky. Radiant definitely playing this one safe, but is that the right way to go? Can Radiant win this by just turtling and farming neutrals and taking this to late game, or is that just going to benefit Dire more and more?
I would say it's pretty even. I think a lot of our past couple games have been pretty even. This one definitely looks like an initiation game. It's just like a battle of Axe versus Magnus, I would say, as you go later and later. In terms of just hitting those big spells. Because other than that, it's fairly even, right? We have like big saves from the Oracle, but we also have like big potential team fight wins from Earth Spirit plus Silencer. So both teams have some longer cooldowns in RP and Global Silence, with Global Silence being one of the more painful ones, but the 120 and 130 seconds don't matter quite as much that late into the game. So should be a good one going later and later. I don't think it's gonna like tilt super hard in one person's direction.
Look at Silencer's quick buy. He knows his place. Oh, there we go. RP, the Omni Slash to follow up. The Global Silence a little bit too late as Lifestealer has already dropped. So Global burned for no real gain. And this is a great place for RRQ to keep asserting their lead.
And that looks like it's going to be Roche here. The power shouldn't take all too long. Good RP. One hero's totally fine. Not a problem with that. They are going to try and fight this, though. They have the Blink and the Blade Mail from Axe. They will be here in time, but we still have Venomous Gale.
That's super, super dangerous. There we go. He's just going to be going forward. There is going to be a roll into the pit. It's a little bit early. The Magnetize not doing a whole chunk of work. The Earth Spirit easily picked off, and oh, look at that. The Gale clips onto OD, and he's half health already. He's got to pipe up. I mean, it's a sad day when your OD needs to go for a pipe just to live.
He got skewered out, though.
Oh,
that was
Roche gets so low, but in the end, the Juggernaut picks it up anyway. Yamate running for his life as Venomancer just chasing down his prey. Easy kill onto the Silencer, and I mean, it's taken a ton for this OD just to get out alive. NJ recently respawned, and man, this is without the Veno ult. This is just the Gale and Plague Wards. And Venomancer, he's gonna get gone on, but Lifestealer quickly decides better at that. heal up, spam it out onto the Veno, and I mean, Lifestealer, he's stuck. He already burned his rage, and there we go. Ultimate committed, and NJ is just getting astraled, but that's not going to last too long. I think our Lifestealer is sufficiently dead. Rage buys him some time, but again, on his own high ground, this is...
That's like kind of not worth it, I think, for the Dire. I don't know. Maybe it is, but losing Magnus kind of sucks just because it's going to slow down their overall push and everything. But did they need to fight at the pits? Probably not, honestly, but I think they made a call. They're like, I think we can do this. Like, Lifestealer's going to be back kind of soon, and we have good AoE. And they tried to scout first with Cal and the Earth Spirit, and he like went in, and as you said, it was a little early, so then Axe is just like waiting, and Yamte was really close in terms of timing that with the Aegis, and he almost got it, but as he was calling the Lifestealer and Roach was about to die, he got skewered out of the pit. So that guaranteed the Aegis for the Dire side, and now that's given them the nice control of this game, even with Magnus going down.
Yeah, definitely a better position for our Dire right now, but Radiant, they aren't completely out of it. I mean, they're falling behind, but of course OD, you never know what he's going to do late game. He's getting some alright items for himself. We talked about the choice to go for the hood just because Venomancer was crapping on him, but alright, Bokarina, let's calm down here.
Yeah, I like this. Shadowblade's good. And he shall survive.
I think he'll get out of that one safely. I mean,
how do you wear a veil and a hood? OD, like, neither of those things look like they're gonna fit OD's head. First off, like, look at the shape of them. They're very like human.
I mean, you can cut little ear holes in them. Got a little, yeah, you can wear them.
Not convinced. Maybe they could be like hand puppets. They would look like little people on your hands.
And that's the age-old question. Like, why does Gyrocopter wearing shoes affect his speed in any way?
That's also true.
It's just Dota lore, dude. You got to get behind it.
This is why, by the way, that's why there's only one boot, guys. That always annoys me. That's why there's only one boot, because some people don't need two boots. Think about it. What if there were two boots? That doesn't make any more sense for Magnus than one boot. He needs four boots. Anyway.
Alright, Shred.
Axe is thinking about it.
Axe is definitely thinking about it, but there's a Vena right there threatening out of
Gale, got him! Got him invis!
Oh my, there's going to be an RP skewer out onto two. The global comes in, but the right clicks are still there. Juggernaut bouncing around, already got off the Omni Slash, and this looks like it could be another quick game. Shrine going to be activated, but this Venomancer doesn't particularly care. He's going to get jumped by three. Magnus is there to toss out some shockwaves, and there's going to be ice paths coming out from Shakiro if necessary. Man, this Juggernaut is just a madman going forward, even onto a blade-mailed axe. Gives no bothers and is going to be able to secure 3 heroes dead, a full lane of racks down. Buybacks are few and far between as it is just so early in the game. And, well, that's just a 4-staff into the fountain. For some reason. Alright, there you go. They're going for the old middle school bully, the 1-2 punch, and Extinct living up to his name there. Going to be killed off for another 44 seconds. Bokarino forced himself to freedom. There's a Yule's up as Venomancer ready to unleash the pain. Just waiting for that rage to burn out. His mana's running a little bit low. In fact, Jakiro, similar story. They've got to be a little patient here, but no. They'll just kill NJ again. That's
at least Jug is an objective gamer, like, honestly.
Yeah, he's working on the racks. Just picks off a full lane while the rest of his team's making space, clowning around. Dominated siege creep coming in. Got some good things going for it. Yeah, this is the way to do it. You got Jug focusing on structures. You got the rest of the team just goofing off. And there's the GG coming out from Yamate once again. A quick 2-0 as RRQ are looking like a seriously strong new stack coming onto the scene.
Yeah, no, not too bad, actually. Thought they played pretty well today. I like their different kind of styles and drafts. Not exactly the most common things in terms of like the overall match they've been seeing. Again, they've been playing just a ton of games lately. So just one of those teams that didn't quite have the best time in terms of the Kiev qualifiers and whatnot, of course, but they're still sticking together and doing the best they can. What more can you ask for, really? So looking forward to them and further throughout SEA Kappa. I mean, Warriors Gaming, like before they were and made it to like Boston Major and everything like that. They were always like so looked down upon, and they were not expected to win that qualifier at all. So to me, these guys could just equally just do the same kind of stuff where they're just one of these random SCA teams that people don't really know much about, and then suddenly they just find a good stride, find a couple of good strats, and make their way there. So you never know. Certainly excited to watch more.
Absolutely. It seems like they've got really niche strats, but they're all super well practiced, really well polished, and apparently really well executed. So, like you mentioned, looking forward to more. We've got more C Kappa coming up. I don't think there's any tomorrow. I think we actually have a couple days break as there's other tournaments going down. But yeah, stick around, follow the Moonduck channel. We will always be covering your C Kappa needs. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the casting. I'm Annie. You can find me on Twitter at Android. You can find Trent at TrentPax. Great handle, bro. And that's going to be it for today. So enjoy the rat-a-tat. We'll kick it to some tunes for a couple minutes, but enjoy the rest of your day, guys.